Can you really build a strong team culture without an office? Most leaders assume that this is very complicated, if not nigh impossible. That culture only happens when people are physically together. But here's the truth. Distributed teams can build culture, and in some cases it's even stronger than what you'll find in a traditional office. The problem basically consists of a real challenge. Without an office, teams often struggle with a lack of trust because you can't see the work that is actually happening. Motivation dropping because people feel disconnected from their colleagues and their teammates. And isolation. When collaboration turns into silence behind a screen, one can feel very alone. These are real risks, but they are not a destiny. They can be solved. Here's the framework that I use. From trust to motivation to shared values. Let's break that down. First, trust. Trust isn't built by watching someone at their desk. It's built by clear expectations and consistent follow-through. Here's an actionable tip for you. Create a written agreement on what success looks like, so performance is visible even without visibility. Second point, motivation. Remote motivation doesn't come from pinging people more often, asking them how it is going, what's the update, etc. It comes from giving them ownership. As a tip, give people autonomy on how they deliver results, not just what they deliver. Also, another tip, celebrate the wins publicly in your Slacks or team channel. All hands call, just recognition is a fuel for motivation of people, even for the small wins. Third point, shared values. Culture is the story you tell and the behaviors you reward. Offices don't create, leadership does that. Write down your values in plain language and revisit them with your team. Another tip, embed them in rituals, from how you run meetings to how you welcome new hires. Let me tell you a quick story from my past, from my experience. I worked with a lot of distributed teams, but in one of them, most of the members had never met in person. And therefore, at first, the trust was low and motivation was a bit lagging. But instead of forcing more meetings, we just focused on clarity and recognition. Create simple agreements. Every project update had to be included in the channel with a goal, progress, and blockers. Suddenly, accountability became transparency. We also started celebrating those small wins, not just the big launch, but the small milestones too. And within a few weeks and months, the team wasn't just delivering, they were thriving because people felt connected, they felt motivated, they felt proud, and they wanted to share their results and these values. And that is what you can do with a culture built even without walls around you. So how can you do this yourself? Here's a quick checklist. Define what success looks like in writing. Give your team autonomy and ownership. Recognize achievements consistently. Document your values and live them in your daily routines. Pick one of those steps. Try it within your team this week. You'll be surprised how quickly culture starts to take shape. Building culture without an office takes intention, but it's not only possible, it is a powerful way to thrive and to develop your team. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which matters more to you when building culture remotely? Trust, motivation, or the shared values? What's your experience here? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to get more strategies on remote consulting and leadership, then hit the subscribe button and join me for my next video. You can also follow me on LinkedIn or connect with me directly. Thank you for watching.